will be pursuing a career in public safety in hopes of becoming a crime scene investigator. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Paul. Next up, number 18, Mia Sullivan. Mia is joined by her mother Eileen and father Jay. The student from Southern Connecticut is a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success. She's on the ODAC All-Academic Team, a member of Chi Alpha Sigma, and a winner of the 2023 Virginia Teacher of Promise Award. After graduation, Mia plans to get an elementary or special education teaching job. Ladies and gentlemen, Mia Sullivan. Next up, number 19, Lindsay Barrington. Lindsay is joined by her mother Liz and her father Patrick. The defender is a member of the ODAC All-Academic Teams, Chi Alpha Sigma, and on the campus. After graduating with degrees in public studies and criminology and minors in international relations and criminal forensics and medical science, and a master's in studies intelligence and security, she hopes to get a job in intelligence or criminal analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Barrington. Next up is number 21, Reagan Bedwiner. Reagan is joined by her mother Sarah and father Chris. The former from Charleston, South Carolina, is a writer for the school newspaper, a statistician for the Lynchburg men's and women's basketball teams, and spent the last 2 seasons working in Liberty University's information department, and is a retired intramural basketball superstar. She's a Jersey teacher, gold sponsored athlete, and One Nation ambassador. After graduating with a degree in communication studies with journalism emphasis, Reagan would decide between attending Notre Dame and Tulane for business school. Reagan has opportunities to work with either school athletic departments. Ladies and gentlemen, Reagan Bednar. Next up, Ala Daniel. Ala is joined by her mother Emily and family friend Bob Rogers. The midfielder from Southern Virginia is a 2022-13 All-ODAC winner and in the top 2% of the graduating class. She's on the USILA and ODAC academic teams and is a member of Chi Alpha Sigma. Ala is a staff officer for community service and development, a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success, and a member of the Public Relations Student Society of America. After graduating as an international relations and security studies major with minors in political science, crisis communication, and public relations, Ala is looking to have a career in government or communications and move to Washington, D.C. Next up, number 33, Julia Broughton. Julia is joined by her father Joel and mother Lauren in Dayton, Ohio. Julia is from Birmingham, Virginia, with a business degree in marketing and a digital media arts minor. After graduation, Julia will be looking for a career in marketing and media. Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Broughton. Our final senior is Elena Tippett. Elena is joined by her brother Jordan. Fredericksburg, Virginia senior is a chance to be a partner and a member of the Biology Honor Society. She played for the team for 2 seasons and moved into a coaching role the last 2 years. She's one of presidents and dean board. After graduating with a degree in biology and a minor in sports medicine, Elena plans to attend Old Dominion University and earn a doctorate degree in physical therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, Elena Tippett. Let's have another round of applause for Lynchburg Women's Lacrosse Class of 2023.
Senior Day festivities wrapping up here at Schellenberger Field, the campus of the University of Lynchburg. Women's lacrosse action between the Hornets and the Averett Cougars. The Cougars coming in town to try to spoil the Senior Day party. Lynchburg will be trying to spoil Averett's perfect season. The Cougars 7-0 on the year. Lynchburg enters with a 2-6 record, but it's going to be a really good contest, we think. April 1, but we're not fooling around. We're going to have some serious women's lacrosse action coming your way in less than 5 minutes. You'll be able to see it all live on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Want to have some outdoor adventures while getting a degree at the same time? At the University of Lynchburg, we have an on-campus zip line and rope course. Plus, we offer adventure trips that cost less than a cup of coffee. And did I mention our beautiful scenery? We're a university for students looking for something more than just books. Welcome to your new adventure experience.
This is the dough. It's wicked cute. It's always so pretty.
Every great college has a great city. For Lynchburg, we are near urban areas with lots of restaurants, shopping, and events. Plus, we are one of the top schools in the area. Come see for yourself.
Be a physical therapist probably starting about halfway through college. I love the concept that exercise is medicine. You know, we're starting to discover that exercise really can remedy many of the things that we thought that only surgery or only drugs could remedy in the past. When the student comes here, it's because we believe in them, it's because we want them here, it's because we believe they'll be successful. The faculty here are devoted to their development, not only academically but also professionally. We're not so inundated with things that we don't have time to make students one of our highest priorities. We have your back. We're gonna help you through that. If you're willing to work, then we're willing to put the work into it and the effort to help you succeed.
Be ready for anything, okay?
Come on, let's go together! Together, let's go!
Pre-game introductions have concluded. The national anthem has wrapped up, and we're getting ready for lacrosse between the University of Lynchburg and Averett University. Cougars come in undefeated at 7-0, and they have one of the all-time great scorers, not just in school history, but lacrosse history. We'll be talking about and introducing you to Elizabeth Peasley. 355 career goals. Incredible stuff, and the rest of the team is strong as well. For Lynchburg, it is senior day, and we'll run down those 7 that they have on the roster. And in the lineup today, number 9, Libby Kennedy, number 15, Emily Ponce, number 18, Mia Sullivan, 21, Reagan Bednar, 22, Alla Daniel, and number 33, Julia Broughton. And they have been some of the best in school history, and we're going to see important contributions from those seniors today. One grad student on the roster for Lynchburg, that is Jordan Nielsen. And Lynchburg will wear the home black there today, and Averett in the road white and yellow. The Cougars come to us from Danville, Virginia. It's a pretty short trip. It is an ODAC game now. Their first year in the ODAC this season for Averett. These two teams did play last year, and Lynchburg did get the victory. So maybe that's somewhat in the minds for the Averett Cougars. Perhaps we'll see what the game has to offer for us today. It is sunny skies and about 70 here in the Hill City, but a lot of wind. It is a fierce wind out there as well, and it's windy enough that it could actually affect play potentially. Lynchburg will get the opening draw control and work it into the offensive zone. Hornets going right to left from our perspective here in quarter number 1. They'll get it behind the net. Averett with a very good offense this season, a very good defense. The Cougars average 18.14 goals per game. They only give up 6.4 so far in the undefeated 7-0 campaign. Hornets will try to turn and burn in front. Got it to a good position there in the low slot, but now it's a turnover and a takeaway. Cougars head the other direction after a brief stoppage in play. He'll bring the ball back to where the penalty happened. Averett coached by Erin Murphy in her first season, and it's been a great one so far. She was an assistant for 3 or 4 years at Averett University and a good player of her own. Lynchburg coached by Bruce Reed in his 21st season. Early turnover here for Averett. Lets Lynchburg get the ball back. Now it's on the carpet again. Potential ground ball. Yeah, Alla Daniel picks it up. Number 22 for Lynchburg. She'll bring it over to the high right slot. Slowing things down just a little bit. Early change for Lynchburg as subs run off and on. This is Peyton Seville in from the sideline. She'll actually get the ball right now. Number 23, Peyton Seville, looks around, passes right. Neely Morris there. Lynchburg with another attempt at a slow, methodical possession. Still 45 on the shot clock, 90-second shot clock. Alla Daniel in the middle there, dealing the card. She'll get it back. Looks around, now will initiate an attack. Full sprint, gets by one defender, shoots, tries to drop it in. It was knocked away there. Good save defensively by Kaylee Joblin. The outstanding goalie for Averett, Katie Joblin, is 3rd in the conference in save percentage. She has the best goals against average in the ODAC conference so far this season. So Averett offensively very good. Defensively pretty darn stingy there too. And you saw it as Alla Daniel got denied in front. That usually does not happen for Alla Daniel. She closes that deal more often than not. Here comes Averett with a turnover and then bump to the deck. That was Kat J that took off and ran up this near right sideline, but ended up losing the ball, and it'll be a possession back to Lynchburg. Libby Kennedy will press the restart button and get the action going again for the Hornets. Hornets just 2-6, but 2 of the wins have come here at home at Schellenberger Field. And it's going to be a busy week for Lynchburg. They're going to be in action against the crosstown rival Randolph, and then a game against Shenandoah a week from yesterday. So 3 games in 7 days for the Hornets. Here's a ball rolling around the carpet that will finally get possessed by Averett. They run the other direction quickly. First time Averett's really been on this side of the field, and we'll see what the Cougars can do with it. Into the offensive zone for Averett. We'll try to identify some of these fantastic Cougars. There's a dodge move trying to get by. Great defense. Stingy. Oh, no, what a takeaway. What a stick check to dispossess right there and possibly turn it into fast break offense. Outstanding stuff that got the crowd into it. The bench is all the way up. Good tight stick handling on the move there by Meredith Bornholt. Bornholt, an outstanding defender for Lynchburg, and you see why right there. Just textbook defensive work to wipe that one out and take it the other direction. And now Lynchburg with a free position chance. Looks like it's Libby Kennedy from just left of center. She'll rush it in and fire it. And now it's saved. Excellent save there again by Kaylee Joblin. That time she controlled it. Lynchburg will take the possession back, though. Alla Daniel with it, looking around. Jog at the moment. Now she'll sprint into fifth gear. Fires, high right corner. Another save. Kaylee Joblin. You see right away why she's got some of the top marks in the conference. That outlet pass was off the mark and will end up into the third row, and a couple fans there send it back in, and ball is actually still loose now in lane 3 of the track, but we'll be restarting here in a moment. 10:50 left to play in a scoreless first quarter. Lynchburg will have a fresh shot clock as they work right to left. Long pass from Megan Wheeler to get it in to Peyton Seville. Now it's Mia Sullivan who will get it to the right side. Sort of that passive zone defense from Averett right now. Not really too much pressure. And boy, when you've got that outstanding goalie Joblin back there, if you can do your best to slow the other team down, she's really just an absolute anchor on the back end for your defense. A brick wall in front so far. We're scoreless. She's got at least 3 saves. I'll check the official stats for you in just a moment. May even be 4. Lynchburg in front. Nice cut there and a fire. Wow, and another save. Just magical stuff back there for Joblin, as Lynchburg has gotten some really quality chances. It's quantity and quality right now for Lynchburg. I think that was Mia Sullivan that got denied on that one right in front. See if Averett can generate some offense. They have no shots on goal at the moment. We still have 9:45 left to play in the first quarter, though. But you have to give Lynchburg credit for controlling the pace of the game, controlling the possession, time of possession. One of those stats that is applicable in a lot of sports. Uh-oh, watch out right here. This is a goal. First shot is successful. Averett has scored. And the goal scorer was Raven Felder. Raven Felder, number 15 from Bowie, Maryland. A senior for Averett gets the Cougars on the board. 1 for 1 as far as the shots go. And Averett leads 1-0. You're going to get another fantastic look. Yeah, split one defender. Other Hornet was just a step late getting into the area there. That was Kaylin Satterfield. Tried to present some pressure as Felder was getting closer, but just not to be as Felder gets Averett on the board. First goal stops the clock with 9:28 left to play in the first quarter. This is lacrosse game 1 of 2 on Schellenberger here today. The Lynchburg men's team will be in action with a very big game against Christopher Newport. There's some other sports going on campus right now. Always an exciting place to be. Springtime, always so much fun here at Lynchburg. The wind just needs to lay down a little bit. Averett possession as they work it around. Ball reversal here, right to left. Stingy defense from Lynchburg so far. A little bit more pressure than Averett's zone. Watch out here. A shot. Oh, good save. Excellent save. And Lynchburg will pick up the ground ball and head the other direction. Another opportunity developing for the Hornets. Good stick handling again from Meredith Bornholt. Looks like Lynchburg got a free position opportunity coming here. Stick was around the head as Libby Kennedy got possession, and she'll get the free position look. On this left goal, the goal closest to Turner Gymnasium. Sidewinder shot that skips into the netting out of bounds. Let's see if it stays with Lynchburg. It will. Now the Hornets. Oh, good setup in front. Overhand shot came from 12 o'clock high there, but another denial in front by Joblin. Hornets still have it. Another save. Kaylee Joblin is just racking up the saves here in this first quarter. I'm going to get you a number in just a moment, fans, but it is very impressive what she has done on the back end defensively for Averett. Here's another takeaway for Lynchburg. This is Lindsey Barrington, number 19, sprinting down the near left sideline. She shows no signs of slowing down. A stick dodge there. Now she'll finally offload and get a teammate involved and hustle back more towards the defensive area. Good contribution there from Lindsey Barrington. She'll actually come out for a breather now. Another save for Joblin. Lynchburg will get another ground ball pickup. Tori King has it briefly. Now this is Tori King again, high left slot. She'll swing it over to Alla Daniel. Alla Daniel with the red headband, the senior. Got a big rousing ovation when they announced her for senior day. Another turn and fire there from Peyton Seville. A great look by Seville, but denied by Kaylee Joblin. More saves for this outstanding netminder from Averett. Cougars have lost the ball again. That's about the only thing they haven't done well, but now they'll pick it up. Watch out. This developed into a good chance for Averett. Oh, and a goal. Wow. It was a possession that Averett looked like they were losing again, but they managed to recapture, and it's Faith Bolin with the goal. Off the carpet. Lynchburg's defense was a little out of sorts, a little disorganized, partly because I think Lynchburg felt they had the possession. They were going to head the other direction, but a great look there by Bolin. Execution and on-target delivery to the high left side of the net. 2-0, the Averett lead. And it's so interesting when you watch lacrosse and really all sports, because every game just seems to unfold differently. It's always something unique. If you just look at the time of the possession, the draw control, the ground ball, turnover numbers, those are all going to favor Lynchburg in this one. But Averett has made the most of their chances. They might get another one right here. They will. Cougars on the attack now, left to right. Wearing the road yellow with the white. Stick handling behind the net there. Pretty impressive. As Lynchburg looks to get a clear here and hopefully get something going offensively again. There you go. There's the takeaway. Another turnover, and Lynchburg is going the other way. I think it's Meredith Bornhold again, running the break down the middle. Here comes Sydney Dumas. Ooh, knocked in from behind. Sydney Dumas has scored in every game for Lynchburg in her freshman campaign. Will not be a free position shot. Well, essentially it ends up being one as Sydney Dumas will restart it right here. Looks around. Oh, nice cut in front. And another save. Absolutely stonewall right there for Kaylee Joblin. Like the way the Hornets set up the play. Dumas went left, found the cutter with a really good pass, but just so good in front of the net for Kaylee Joblin. Kyle Haney hanging out with you. It's a full crew up here in the press box today, and we'll run some of them down. It's senior day, and the first quarter is just flying by. We've got 5:35 left to play. Hornets have lost one on that far left sideline. Kaylee Joblin. The save percentage is at 100. She's got 7 saves in the first quarter. 7. Some goalies will go an entire game without 7 saves. So that stat tells you a couple things. Kaylee Joblin playing great, and Lynchburg's actually getting some pretty good chances. On-target shots here, too. These aren't balls that are going wide and high of the net. Lynchburg's getting to the cage pretty regularly, but they're shut out at the moment. 2-0, Averett leading. Goals from Faith Bolin and Raven Felder. Some activity on that far sideline that Averett will get the better of at the moment. Offensive break coming here. Spin, and that one will maybe not come out of the stick clean. It will be Lynchburg possession. They haven't called the name of Elizabeth Peasley much yet. She has 43 goals this season, 355 in her career. Peasley is approaching the all-time record. Turnover here, and maybe a chance for Peasley. On the move, watch out, splits two defenders, fires it in, low shot near the ground in the back of the net. 3-0, Averett on top of Lynchburg. And it was Elizabeth Peasley, her 44th of the season, 356th of her career. She's in the top 10 in points scored as well in Division III. So add the goals and the assists. Elizabeth Peasley has a boatload of them, but she's closing in on the record of all-time goals from Maggie Nelson, who played at St. Vincent 2015 through 2018. She scored 370 times. So now Elizabeth Peasley is one goal closer to that with 356. She's first in the ODAC in goals. She is second in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference in points this season. It is Averett's first year in the ODAC, and they're looking to secure what would be a key conference victory for the Cougars. Averett will win that possession, face-off taken there. And now they look to up the ante, already leading 3-0, 4:04 left to play in the first quarter. Lost the possession there. Good takeaway and a good stick check by, I believe, Kaylin Satterfield on that back line for Lynchburg. Yeah, that's Satterfield here. High looping pass, misses the target, but Meredith Bornholt runs it down. Bornholt will now look to get it out of the defensive end of things. Swings it up with a short pass to Megan Wheeler. Now on the move, full speed, Taylor Doherty. Doherty going to get it into the slot. Looking around. Wants to phone a friend, finds Sydney Dumas. Dumas in front, dips the shoulder, fires, denied again. Kaylee Joblin with another save. And she's turning away Lynchburg's leading goal scorer, Sydney Dumas. Second save on Dumas so far. Just blown away with that so far, fans. Hope I'm not overselling the job that she's doing at the moment. Lynchburg's going to pick up another ground ball. Another lost possession there for Averett. Cougars haven't exactly been clean on the offensive end, but they have maximized the chances they have had with the 3-0 lead. Averett has 4 shots on goal and 3-0 the lead. Compare that to Lynchburg. 9 shots, 8 of them on goal. Lynchburg's picked up 7 ground balls to Averett's 3. Watch out. Cougars with a chance here, though. Better defensive structure that time by Lynchburg. And now the Cougars going to try to get some more players involved in the attack. Maybe not. High shot went over the bar. It'll stay with Averett. Maybe. Official signaling Lynchburg ball. Good effort to try to sell it there and keep the possession. But it will be Lynchburg ball. And now the goalie Rogers going to work it to the right side of the net and get it in play for Lynchburg. See if the Hornets can develop something on the offensive end this time. Slight miscue at midfield in front of a good crowd here. You're getting a nice shot at some of the students taking in the action. We have a lot of parents and relatives here today for Senior Day. And really, outside of the wind, it's just a perfect day to be outside watching lacrosse. Don't know if it affects the players too much. Probably makes the eyes water a little bit. You know, the women's lacrosse players wear the eye protection, but it's still exposed to the open air there. So maybe that's the only thing I guess I could see. Maybe one of those high looping passes, the wind could be enough to move the ball a little bit. But it hasn't slowed Averett down yet anyway. Lynchburg trying to get on the board here in the offensive zone. Sydney Dumas will take over. Gets to the middle. Off to her right side. Spin-o-rama. Got whacked around. And probably going to be a free position shot coming up here for Sydney Dumas. She is really good when she is making that turn and has the stick on the outside. Basically a right-handed shooter. She'll rush it in here, and she will get one by. Ditch the stick and get into the celebration. Sydney Dumas on the board for Lynchburg. Their first goal, they answer back. It was 3 unanswered for Averett, but now Sydney Dumas on the board. 3-1. Lynchburg down, but not out. Here's the initial move there that caused the foul. Stick up high. Again, Dumas wanting to get to the right side. Averett takes that away, so she spins back, and then she got the free position shot after that. And now let's see if Lynchburg can build on it. We've only got 51.8 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's another look at this wonderful closure by Sydney Dumas. Yeah, if you're getting one by Kaylee Joblin today, you've done something effectively. Nice goal there by Sydney Dumas. She scored in every game now, continues that streak. And Dumas has multiple goals in every game but one. That was a loss to CNU for Lynchburg a week or so ago. Dumas, her 22nd of the season. She's got 7 assists to go along with that. Lynchburg ball right now, or excuse me, Averett ball in the Lynchburg zone. Watch out for Peasley. Oh, splits the defense again, tries to shoot down low, got whacked. And it's probably a free position coming up for Elizabeth Peasley. 27.9 seconds left. This will be your best look at Elizabeth Peasley up front here. 1 goal already. She'll storm it in and line drive it to the back of the net. Second goal of the day for Elizabeth Peasley. 45 on the season. That makes 357 in the career for Elizabeth Peasley. It ups the Averett lead 4-1. You don't get 357 goals in your career without being really good in the free position. And you saw it right there for Elizabeth Peasley. That's one you can tell she has worked on plenty. And I'm sure she's had plenty of chances in the career. Maybe we need to look up the career stats and see what Elizabeth Peasley is in the free position shots. We can find that for you. We're glad you're watching on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. The first quarter coming to a close. Maybe Lynchburg can get a late goal here. Ball is free at the moment. Oh, scooped up. Averett has a chance here. Oh, and a goal. A goal on the face-off, on the draw there. Raven Felder with her second. That is number 15, the senior from Bowie, Maryland. It was a loose ball on the face-off that was really up for grabs, a 50-50 kind of a ball. And Raven Felder got to it on the move. Look at that, right through 3 defenders and then pinpoint on the shot. Just inside the left edge of the cage for Raven Felder. Her second of the day. Elizabeth Peasley has 2 for Averett. They lead 5-1. Under 15 to play in the first quarter. Draw time again. This one gets lifted high in the air. Alla Daniel will collect for Lynchburg. She knows the clock. Under 10 seconds now. Going to look around. Hearing it from the sideline. Tried to hit a teammate in the middle. It's off target, and that is how the first quarter will come to a close. A good one for Averett, 5-1. The Cougars lead the Hornets. We step aside for a breather here on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
When you come to the University of Lynchburg to earn a master's degree in athletic training, you'll spend time in the classroom, but you'll also spend a lot of time in our top-notch facilities, learning from athletic trainers and working closely with our student athletes. In the Graduate Cadaver Lab, you'll learn about the human body in the best way possible, by actually studying the human body. This will provide a foundation to make you a much better athletic trainer. In the Athletic Training Laboratory, you'll get hands-on experience, practicing your skills, applying concepts from the classroom, and working with faculty on research projects. It's also where our hydrotherapy facilities are. This space is also used by students for studying and practicing skills outside of class time. In the Sports Medicine Clinic and Turner Gymnasium, you'll work with student athletes from more than 20 NCAA Division III sports teams, helping get them back to practice and into the game as soon as possible. As an athletic training student, you're a big part of the success of our sports teams and the success of the local athletic teams. We see this relationship as a win-win situation. You learn, and that helps us win.
You're getting a look at the Lynchburg men's lacrosse team taking in some of the women's game, getting their minds ready for a big matchup against top-ranked Christopher Newport University tonight at Schellenberger, 7 p.m. Get out here, fans. If you're watching and you're in the Central Virginia area, get out here for some great lacrosse tonight. I think we still got softball going on down there at Moon Field. We had some beach volleyball happening. When I pulled up, it was like a party vibe out there at the beach volleyball courts. And if you haven't been to campus lately, there have been some changes like that beach volleyball court, and it's pretty cool. It's multiple courts, but it's the beach volleyball arena, I guess I should say. Back to lacrosse, and when you think about that first period, recapping it is interesting. Averett just maximized their chances. I think it was 7 shots for Averett, 5 goals. They got 2 from Peasley, 2 from Felder. But other than that, you feel like Lynchburg has dominated all the statistical numbers. Hornets had the time of possession. They had the draw controls. They had the ground balls. I beg your pardon, fans. Averett actually better in the draw controls. But it just felt like Lynchburg got the better of things, but the chances denied by the outstanding goalie work from Joblin. She'll give up one right here, though. A nice setup by Lynchburg. Patient and methodical possession to get it in front. That one, Joblin unable to save there. Joblin had 8 saves in the first period. Gave up the 1 goal. Now she's given up 2, and Lynchburg inching a little bit closer. 5-2, the Averett lead. Here comes another great look at this. Yeah, nice setup there by Tori King. Really, it almost, you had the feeling that Averett felt King was going to pass that one up, but she walked it right in and got her first goal of the afternoon. So Tori King has scored for Lynchburg. Sydney Dumas has one for Lynchburg. Tori King, a junior from Falls Church, Virginia. Excellent stuff there. This is a draw control that will be won by Averett. So they'll continue to lead in that stat as the Cougars go right to left now into the sun and back towards Turner Gymnasium on campus here at Lynchburg. Keep an eye on Elizabeth Peasley. She's in the center right now, does not have the ball. Now she'll get it. 2 goals already in this one, 357 in her career. Not a typo, didn't misspeak. 357 goals in her career for Elizabeth Peasley. This ball will skip into the netting out of bounds, and Lynchburg will take over the possession. Neither team has come close to using up the shot clock. It's been that kind of a game. Averett's defensive zone a little bit more passive than Lynchburg's, but Hornets still forcing the action and getting some shots in there as Taylor Doherty sprints it up just right of center. Now she'll get by a defender. Taylor Doherty still on the move. Looking around, she'll get it behind the net. Lynchburg will initiate the offense from here. That was Reagan Bednar that had it briefly. Now Sydney Dumas. Dumas swings it along. Slight mishandle, but Lynchburg's okay. See, there's that passive zone from Averett. Sagging back, protecting the area in front of the goal there. Bednar going to get it in front. Shot denied. Great look by Kayla Lanes. And that one is Off the mark, no good. Kayla Lanez from nearby Roanoke, Virginia. I think the first time we've seen her get in the mix there. As Jade Mayer hustles on for Lynchburg, sub in the game. Hornets will have another takeaway. Another lost possession for Averett. That was Kaylin Satterfield that got it back for Lynchburg. Hornets on the attack again, down by 3, but certainly not out of it. They've had more shots on goal and some really good chances too. I'll use the term again, it's not just quantity, but it's quality as well. Spin from Aladaniel, flips it over the top, a great look and another great save. Neely Morris that time, basically point blank range, denied by Kaylee Joblin. Joblin enters the game with the best goals against average in the ODAC. She's 3rd in save percentage. And gosh, after this performance today, I don't see how she won't jump to the top of the charts in save percentage. Another takeaway for Lynchburg. They have been great in the midfield, great with the stick checking, defensive pressure, very, very sound. And yeah, Averett's had some loose possessions where they've just kind of coughed it up, unforced errors, if you will. But for the most part, Lynchburg's defensive effort has just been outstanding. Here's Neely Morris. Angles back to center. Still with space. Fell out of the basket. This will be a penalty. This will be a free position shot for number 12, Neely Morris. Freshman from Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. It's windy down there. That's why the Wright brothers went down there to get the plane in the air. Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Morris will march it in and score. Shot good there from Neely Morris. Lynchburg storming back in this now. 5-3. Hornets add 1 to the goal total. Neely Morris. Another look at it. Went down low. The stick in the left leg, just a split second too late for Kaylee Joblin. So she's allowed 3 now. And Lynchburg back within 2, 5-2. The Averett advantage at Schellenberger Field here. Sunshine, blue skies. We had rain this morning, heavy rain this morning actually, but that's gone and now the wind has followed. We'll go to midfield here. Another ball loose at the moment. Aladaniel scampers to get to it for Lynchburg. Here go the Hornets. With some initiative, with some intensity. This is Peyton Seville. Seville will work it around the perimeter, tried to outflank the defense, now offloads behind the net to Reagan Bednar. Tori King now to the middle for Aladaniel. Daniel will deal the cards there. And Peyton Seville with it for a moment. Mia Sullivan sends it back behind the net. Here's that patient probing possession that Lynchburg likes. 30 used up in the shot clock. I think Lynchburg tried to run one of those set plays and get in there. How about that? Tough angle shot from behind. Ripping it past the goalie. That was fabulous stuff. Another one where Lynchburg looked like they almost wanted to set up the pass and go the other direction. Keeper slightly fooled. It's not easy to fool Kaylee Joblin. Great there with the sidewinder, partially deflected, and then in the net. Lynchburg scores it. That was number 9, Libby Kennedy, a senior from Virginia Beach on senior day. Name in the books with a goal. Lynchburg back within 1. 5-4, the Averett lead. The Hornets led 5-1 at the end of the first, and now we're going to get a timeout. Coach Erin Murphy wants to have a discussion with her team. We'll step aside for a break as well. Lynchburg down 5-1 beginning the quarter, now back within 1. 5-4, Averett leads on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
living the dream.
USA, Mexico. That was so exciting.
Lynchburg has pulled within 1, down 4 to begin this second period. But the Hornets right there in the fight. You get the timeout from Erin Murphy in her first season for the Averett Cougars. Averett is undefeated, 7-0 coming into the game. They're 2-0 in the conference, 1-0 away from home. So mainly home games down in Danville for Averett so far this season. They beat Ferrum 13-4 on Wednesday. Ravenfelder had 4 goals in that one. Elizabeth Peasley had 3 there. Elizabeth Peasley has 2 today. And Lynchburg with another possession. Chance to maybe tie it up here. Peyton Seville up ahead to Alla Daniel, who had to scramble to recollect that one, but she's fine as she'll angle away from the defense to the far left sideline. Dumas wanted the handoff there, but they'll instead swing it down the line, now behind the net. Lynchburg will get the offense going here. Mia Sullivan up to the high right point for Tori King. Now Alla Daniel left side. Here's Sydney Dumas, maybe going to set up the attack from there. They'll work it behind the net again. 60 seconds left in the shot clock. 9:40 left in the half. Averett 5, Lynchburg 3. Alla Daniel, stutter step, spins. Good defense there. Nice stingy stuff in front there from Averett. Alla Daniel's going to have to reset the offense. Good job to deny that scoring avenue. Now Sydney Dumas will try the same. Lost it as she tried to sink that left shoulder and dodge a defender. I think she had the headgear partially knocked off, but she's fine, and probably a free position shot from straight away coming for Sydney Dumas. Number 7, the freshman, has scored once in this game. She has at least 1 goal in every game this season for Lynchburg. They are 2-6. So this is game number 9 on the season for the Hornets, and it'll be 3 games in the next 7 days. If you start today, it'll be 3 more, 2 more after today. Sydney Dumas ready, waiting for the official to blow the whistle. She came over to get the information and player number in to one of our statisticians in the donkey, as we call that. That is the piece of equipment down there by the field in lanes 2 and 3 of the track. Dumas slid, lost the footing. The goal go in or not? Kind of looked like a cleanup in aisle 3 situation there on the free position shot. I think Dumas put the foot down to cut. We're going to do it all over again. Dumas will have another chance at it with a new shot clock. In the crouch, Dumas ready to go. Out of the starting gate, bouncing in there, and it's another goal. Her second of the afternoon. Sydney Dumas has scored, and we are tied up. Sydney Dumas now with multiple goals in 8 of 9 this season. She's got 2 today, and the most recent one has tied the score 5-all. She got the free position chance before and got taken down. Makes the most of this one, getting it by Joblin. Joblin was that brick wall earlier, but now Lynchburg finding a way to penetrate the defenses for Averett. We're tied up 5-5. Good stuff here as Dumas with the stick in the air, celebrating with some fans over there on the far side of the field. 9:06 left to play in the first half. Lynchburg has had a few high-scoring games this year. Scored 19 in a win against Illinois Wesleyan a few weeks ago. They've given up 21. That's the most on the season. Averett's hit 21 twice. They've been over 23 times. So we know the Cougars can score, and that's not just the all-time leader, Elizabeth Peasley. The rest of the team pretty good as well. Lynchburg controlling the possession here. Alla Daniel is going to try to run out of the fire with it. She lost it. Teammate on the scene, I believe, is Taylor Doherty from Salisbury, Maryland. She got clipped in the hip, but is fine, and Lynchburg will control it. Kaylin Satterfield looking around. Nice pass in front, and Lynchburg has their first lead of the day. A takeaway in the midfield with Alla Daniel. Kaylin Satterfield had it, and then it's up ahead to Tori King who rips the net out and gets one by the outstanding goalie Joblin. And it's a 6-5 Lynchburg lead. First advantage of the day for Lynchburg. Impressive stuff. And this is a 5-0 quarter right now for Lynchburg. Hornets leading 6-5. They trailed coming into the second period 5-1. And the Hornets really had the time of possession stat in the first quarter. It was an interesting first quarter the way it developed. Lynchburg had more chances, more shots, more quality shots. Averett did not have many, but they maximized the chances they did have and got out to that 5-1 lead. Now it's Lynchburg. And watch out for Tori King again. Just got a goal. Might want another one here. Just a soft cradle. Now she'll send it to the center. Tori King has 2 goals today, fans. Sydney Dumas has 2. She has it right now. Passes it quickly. 8:10 left to play in the first half. Lynchburg by 1. It's a 5-goal burst here in the second quarter for Lynchburg. And the home team looking for more in the offensive zone. Scoring on this goal to our right. Cutters going through the zone there. Lynchburg can't get it to any of them. They try to find Tori King in the middle. Briefly, instead picked up now by Reagan Bednar. Bednar to Dumas on the right side. Shake and bake move. Tried to pass it over top of the cage to the front. And that was off the mark, but Lynchburg will control the possession. And they'll reset the offense with 7:28 left to play in the first half. Neely Morris in the fire there. Hadn't called her name in a bit. It's going to be Averett ball. As Peyton Seville went to the ground to try to recapture that ball. Peyton Seville's coming off. Tori King is coming off. Subs in the game for Lynchburg look to be Jade Mayer and Jenna Andrasic sprinting on as well for the Hornets. So Coach Bruce Reed going to the bench. Fresh legs. Tori King had done a lot of work there in the last 3 minutes or so. She definitely needs a break. Or deserving of a break anyway. I won't say she needs a break. She's probably in great condition, but she is deserving of a break. We'll say that. Averett possession now as they head the other way. We have not seen the Cougars in the offensive zone in a while. They have not scored this quarter, but possibly an opportunity here. Stingy defense from Lynchburg. Ball's on the ground. Bodies are on the carpet now as well. Whistle will blow as 3 players are going to have to pick themselves up and dust off. All 3 were slow to get up. Sometimes when you get those collisions and pile-ups, one player pops up quickly. That time it was all 3. 2 for Lynchburg, 1 for Averett. Took a while to get off the canvas. Alla Daniel off the bench into the game and receiving the ball on the near right sideline. Into the trot. Now she'll change directions. Accelerates to the middle. Daniel still dangerous. Now she'll pump the brakes and back out and set up a more structured offensive attack. Lynchburg leading by 1, 6-5. Hornets on top of the Cougars. Peyton Seville passes to middle for Neely Morris. Now Alla Daniel. They swing it down the line. Kayla Lanez will have it behind the net. Looking around. Still with options. Studying the defense. They go to the middle. That was Mia Sullivan that really did nicely just to receive the pass and then sort of ducked the head. Bull rush move to the front of the net, but the pass, or the shot rather, was off target. More subs coming into the game. That's Andrasic and Mayer again. Kind of an offense to defense substitution pattern for Lynchburg and Coach Bruce Reed. There's a brief stoppage in play, but the Cougars will control on the far left sideline. Maybe not. No, Sydney Dumas. Ground ball scooped up, and she's off to the races. 4th gear now. Dumas will get by 1 defender. Has that look in her eye. Now she wants a pass. Oh, nice takeaway there. Good clean interception in front of the net. Good anticipation there. And the Cougars Not many numbers there. It was basically 3-on-3 lacrosse for a brief moment. How about this goalkeeping work to come out from the net and pick it up there? Patricia Rogers really moving well. Uh-oh, but lost it. Lost it. She's behind the cage. Open goal there for a moment. Lynchburg recovers. That could have been worse for the Hornets, but I think it's going to lead to a free position opportunity for the Averett Cougars. This is number 3, Faith Bolin, with a chance to tie the game here. Just left of center for number 3 from Abingdon, Maryland. She'll move to the right, shoot it over the net. Out of play. See what the call is. Looks like it will stay with Averett. Cougars have plenty of time on the shot clock, rolling with 70 seconds left in the possession. We've got 3:42 left to play in the first half. Nice acceleration to get around a defender, but a save there by Lynchburg's Patricia Rogers. Good stop in front to preserve the lead. 6-1. Hornets on top by 1. Passing along the near right sideline, Tori King. Angling to center. Nice pass to hit Alla Daniel in stride. In front, and then a great little goal by Reagan Bednar. That was crafty and clever. Now you see me, now you don't. A low velocity goal there from Bednar, but it gets the result. A 2-goal lead now for Lynchburg. 7-5. Great setup on the break there by the Hornets. Tori King brought it in from the right sideline. Hits Alla Daniel in stride. She drops it in front, and then, yeah, just a little oops, let me go on the right side here. And Bednar scores it. That was flashy. It was like a wraparound goal almost. Excellent stuff for Lynchburg. The lead is 7-5. How about the defensive work by the Hornets right before the goal that set it up? Averett had some dangerous chances in their last possession, but Lynchburg denies that. They go down and score. 3:14 left to play in the first half. It's been a ball so far, a lot of fun to watch. The second half, if this is any indication, you will not want to look away, fans. Here's Alla Daniel now. Possession for Lynchburg. Knocked off stride. Now we'll bring a whistle from one of our officials. Lynchburg, 20 shots on goal. Compare that to 10 from Averett. It's been 10 saves for Averett, though. That's kept the game within striking distance. Lynchburg leading the ground ball number 11-8. Lynchburg has 8 turnovers to only 13. Lynchburg 8 turnovers. Averett has 13. So the Hornets getting the better of things for the most part statistically, but Averett still very much in the game, as Joblin will pick up one that wasn't really a shot, more of a deflection, but she'll distribute and try to get the break going for the Cougars. Alla Daniel off. Here comes the defensive subs again on the fly for Lynchburg. Mayer and Andrasic. That's kind of been the pattern. Those two go on, and 2 of the goal-scoring threats for Lynchburg come off. Nice look in front and converted. It'll be an assist from Raven Felder, and the goal right at the doorstep from Kelsey Steckroth, a senior from Waldorf, Maryland, gets in the books for the Cougars, and they're back within 1, 7-6. First goal of the quarter for Averett. It had been a 6-0 Lynchburg lead in the second period, but Averett has finally answered the bell. They score again. Kelsey Steckroth, senior defender, 5'3", from Thomas Stone High School, gets the Cougars back within 1. Nice setup from Felder. Felder got the assist there. She's been a big key to Averett's offense. And now it's a 1-goal game again here at Schellenberger. Cougars led 5-1 after 1. 7-6 ball game right now with Lynchburg leading. Another face-off in the middle. The draw controls are basically even, but it looks like Averett will get this one, yes. Now the Cougars with a chance maybe to go back-to-back goals and tie the game up, possibly. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Basically a full shot clock, though, so that's not really a concern. Elizabeth Peasley had it in the middle and now offloads to a teammate. Elizabeth Peasley with 2 goals already in this one. She has 45 on the season, 357 in the career. In one of the best careers in lacrosse history, men's or women's, at any level. Elizabeth Peasley. See if they get it to her here. Yep. Peasley, stutter step. You get 2 defenders. That makes sense. Peasley will turn, gets by them. Third came into the frame, but they cannot deny one of the all-time best. Elizabeth Peasley there fighting through the double team and then the triple team to get to her good side there. Right-handed shooter fires another one in the net. Her third of the game. A hat trick. And now the all-time goal counter up to 358 for the senior from Wilmington, North Carolina. Good look there. Great double team from Lynchburg. And then the third defender came in the mix as well. That was Neely Morris that showed up. I mean, clearly the game plan is to slow Peasley down. 2 defenders is the way to do it. Seemed to be that both defenders kind of overplayed the initial run from Peasley. Then when she cut back to her right and changed directions, they were both slightly out of position. That's what the good players do to you. They make you look bad. They can make 2 and 3 defenders look bad. They can make entire teams look bad. It's goal number 46 on the season for Peasley, and we are tied 7-7. What a ball game. This is only half one. We've got 60 seconds left in the second period. Lynchburg looking to break the tie here late in the first half. Shot clock is off. We're down to 49 seconds left to play in the half. If you could have a nice, long, patient possession, not give Averett a chance at the horn to score, I think you'd prefer that if you're Coach Bruce Reed. And Averett did get a late goal in the first quarter. So you don't want to have that happen again if you're Lynchburg. Hornets in the home black looking around. Get a whistle blown here to stop play. Official pointing. A short conversation with Averett coach Aaron Murphy. And now it will be a free position look for the Hornets here. 28.3 seconds left to play. Passes to Alla Daniel. Daniel with a shot that just went over the top of the bar. Lynchburg will hold on to the possession. 20 seconds now. Great look there. A fastball from Tori King that was off the mark as well. Lynchburg still holding on to it, though. Down to 14 seconds. Couple great chances there. See if the third time's the charm. Cougars trying to dig it out. They will. It gets flipped back to Joblin. Down to 3 seconds. She's just going to hold on to it, and that's how the half will end. What a half of lacrosse it was. Tie ball game, 7-7. We're back in just a little bit to run down some of those first half stats, and then we'll be ready for the third quarter between Averett and Lynchburg. We're knotted at 7 apiece right now at Schellenberger Field on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. We're broadcasting live on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
If you like being close with your professors, if you like being in small classes that help with one-on-one, if you like being in positive communities that help you train your weak points and strengthen your strong points, then the University of Lynchburg is a great place to go. You can never go wrong with the amount of help that they offer, the amount of self-sacrifice that other people will put in for you. It has a beautiful campus, it has dedicated teachers, it has nice students, it has fun activities, and it has plenty of things to do.
Today's a rough day. Justin and I are officially on a break. The couple canoe has broken up.
It's not.
How you feeling?
Living the dream.
Just canoeing. That's the Mexican side behind me.
The U.S. is that way.
So far, we're all still alive.
I really want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Woo! We did it! Kind of.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Never think that your donation is in vain, because you're helping out hundreds of students that are just like me, who need a shot and who are getting one. Without donations, without you individuals that are helping to donate to the university and the Lynchburg Fund, there would be no student body president, Davion Washington. There'd probably be I'm stuck at home, Davion Washington. Not only is your donation building leaders, but it's building leaders like myself and others that will hopefully want to pay it forward one day and do the same thing. I know for a fact that, when I have it, because I will, I want to give back to this university that provided me a home for 4 years.
Lynchburg really stood out for me just because of the way it treated its students. They really do make an effort here, and I've learned that over my 4 years is that they actually do try to listen to what the student body wants, and they try to act on that. They don't really just give you a piece of paper here to then go off and do your own thing. They actually prepare you to work with different populations, which is what the world is all about. It's just working with people that are different than you. They genuinely care that everyone has the ability to go off into the world and make a difference with whatever they like. For me, that's just being basically in a room with someone helping them achieve their first goal of, doing a pull-up. I actually do believe they want you to do the best you can to change someone's life for the better. You can be anyone here, which I think is really cool. But regardless of who you are here, they will make sure you don't fall through the cracks, which is awesome. I have realized that I've never felt lost here. I will not regret ever coming here, that's for sure. So I'm very glad that I came here. Yeah, it's actually pretty awesome.
The biggest thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. "100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret. And it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it.
When you come to the University of Lynchburg to earn a master's degree in athletic training, you'll spend time in the classroom, but you'll also spend a lot of time in our top-notch facilities learning from athletic trainers and working closely with our student athletes. In the Graduate Cadaver Lab, you'll learn about the human body in the best way possible, by actually studying the human body. This will provide a foundation to make you a much better athletic trainer. In the athletic training laboratory, you'll get hands-on experience, practicing your skills, applying concepts from the classroom, and working with faculty on research projects. It's also where our hydrotherapy facilities are. This space is also used by students for studying and practicing skills outside of class time. In the Sports Medicine Clinic and Turner Gymnasium, you'll work with student athletes from more than 20 NCAA Division III sports teams, helping get them back to practice and into the game as soon as possible. As an athletic training student, you're a big part of the success of our sports teams and the success of the local athletic teams. We see this relationship as a win-win situation. You learn, and that helps us win.
Second half about to get cranked up here in a tie ball game, 7-7. Cougars led after 5-1. A great second quarter for Lynchburg. Averett had a little late fight back there in the latter stages of quarter two, and it's been really fun to watch here. We'll try to run down some stats as we get underway. It's an Averett possession to get underway. For Lynchburg, I do want to make a note, though. They did sub Julia Broughton in at goal some, so I may have said Patricia Rogers was there. They have both played, and they both have saves in this one, Patricia Rogers and Julia Broughton. The only goalie for Averett has been the outstanding Kaylee Joblin. She has 10 saves. She was incredible in the first quarter, an absolute brick wall back there for the Cougars, and we look for her to factor into things in the second half as well. Goals for Averett, 3 from Elizabeth Peasley. They have 2 from Raven Felder, Faith Bolin, and Kelsey Steckrath have the other goals for the Cougars. Nice catch there by Peasley. Wow. Did not score. Just the fact that she was able to get the ball, the way she was moving away from it, great stick control, body control as well for Elizabeth Peasley. 358 career goals for Peasley. And we'll keep an eye on that total number, obviously, if she scores again. Sydney Dumas has 2 for Lynchburg, Tori King 2, and then other scorers for Lynchburg include Neely Morris, Reagan Bednar, and Libby Kennedy. Some other first half stats that you might be interested in, fans. It was Lynchburg 23 shots. They were 2 of 5 on the free position shots. 9 draw controls, 8 for Averett. Lynchburg picked up 11 ground balls to Averett's 10. And Lynchburg really led that number for a while, but Averett actually kind of got back in the mix. And the Cougars caused some more turnovers as well. But Lynchburg still leading that turnover margin by 4. It's 10 Lynchburg turnovers to 14 from Averett. But that's another one that got closer as the game went on. Cougars had a lot of turnovers even when they had the 5-1 lead. Oh, great shot there. Turn and rip. And Lynchburg has broken the tie. 8-7, Hornets lead. It was number 23, Peyton Seville, catching in front, spinning, and finding the back of the net. Peyton Seville on the board now. And we'll get another great look at it. Yeah, great catch, turns, kind of moved away from the defender there as well to get some space, which is really, really smart. I think the natural instinct, fans, is to move closer to the goal. You want to get an easier shot, and you're always attacking. You've got the attack mentality. So for Peyton Seville there, good job to catch and then actually move away from the defender to free up some space to rip that one by the goalie. 8-7, Lynchburg leads. First lead of the second half, obviously. We're just a little over a minute in it. 12:59 left to play in the third period. We said if the first half was any indication, if the first half was just an appetizer, second half is going to be a delicious main course here. We get a foul that will stop play with 12:47 left in the third. Averett maybe with a chance to tie the game back up. Faith Bolin. She scored in this one. Ready for the free position shot. It does look to be Rogers in net for Lynchburg. Bolin, shifty moves. Kind of zigzagging and skating her way to the front of the net there. Held on to that one for a long time. Looks like she's going to get to try the free position shot again from nearly the same place. See if she holds on to this one for as long or maybe opts to fire right off the whistle this time. Bolin ready. She'll actually pass it away. So Averett will reset the offense here. Raven Felder looking around. Lynchburg with the pressure defense. Always got a oh, great save there. Great stop on a ball that was looking to go 5-hole between the legs, but taken away perfectly, and Lynchburg on the move. Alla Daniel with the break. Cradles, stick handling, now whistles one by the goalie, but out of play. Looks like it's going to stay with Lynchburg. Sydney Dumas, multiple goals in this one. She has scored multiple times in 8 of 9 this season. She has scored in all 9. On the other side, away from the ball right now, but they may swing it back around to Dumas here on the left wing. Yeah, she'll work it to the high left slot. Turning, defender on her shoulder, spin move, away. Now changes directions again, slightly retreat, passes. Good shot, moving away from the goal by McKenna Steinow. McKenna Steinow, a freshman from Annapolis. With her first work of the game, basically had a good chance there. Outlet nearly stolen away, but the Cougars will get across the stripe and into the offensive zone. Here's Faith Bolin. She'll angle it in. Gets down behind the goal now. Averett will set up the offensive possession from there. It is senior day here at Lynchburg. 7 on the roster for the Hornets, and we've seen them all be a factor, helping hands in this game for the Hornets. They lead by 1, 8-7 at the moment. A game that was tied at halftime. Averett led 5-1 after the first period. Lynchburg backing that defense off a little bit. Cougars able to control more on this possession. Now with some initiative. Sidestep there, dropped, but the whistle does blow to stop play. Good tight defensive cover from Carson Quigley for Lynchburg. Number 3, Carson Quigley is another name we haven't really called yet, I don't think. Sophomore from Fairfax Station, Virginia, but she'll get whistled for the penalty there. Cougars will reset their offense. They're coached by Erin Murphy in her first season. She was an assistant at Averett for 3 seasons. Cougars in their first year in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference in the USA South last year. Here's a ground ball. It'll get whacked field hockey style up to the far right sideline, and the Hornets will take over there. Sprinting by defenders. Stick handling here. Now it's Sydney Dumas. Stutter step, looks inside, tried to shoot from the knees. No whistles. Shot denied there by Joblin. Another save, first of the half for her. Kaylee Joblin had 7 saves in the first quarter. The save total slowed down a bit in the second quarter, but Joblin still very much ready for action back there in front of the cage for Averett. Whistles will blow on that one, as it was, I believe, number 24, Meredith Bornholt, with the cross check there. Bornholt did some great stuff in the first quarter of this game. She is the Lynchburg leader in caused turnovers. Came into the game with 11. Satterfield next with 9. Peyton Seville entered the game with 6 caused turnovers. Bornholt definitely a big part of that defensive unit. Here's a penalty in front that should result in a free position shot. Averett with a chance to possibly tie things up here. 8-7, Lynchburg leads at the moment. Go back to some live stats here on lynchburgsports.com, which so many people in this press box know it's my favorite site, lynchburgsports.com. And my favorite social media follows on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Tough to follow that one. Goal scored, and we are tied now. That was number 3, Faith Boland, taking full advantage, walking that one to the doorstep there on the free position opportunity and going over the top for the goal. Faith Boland. Another great look at it. Hornets got to her on the free position there. It was good job. Really good speed and closing there for Jenna Andrasic. But Boland really didn't seem to be bothered by Andrasic coming in from that left side. She was able to get the shot off and score. 8-8 tie as the Cougars pull a step closer. Faith Boland's second goal of the game. Raven Felder has 2 for Averett. Elizabeth Peasley, with 3. I guess Elizabeth Presley was an actress, and also Elvis's daughter. Anyway, here we go. 8-8. Back on the rails here as Lynchburg will have an opportunity off the draw. Tori King with it briefly. Now it's behind the net. Sydney Dumas, left wing here, will swing it up to the left point for Peyton Seville. Now it's in the middle for Alla Daniel. Back to Peyton Seville. Into the jog. Facing the Averett defense. Appears to be the man-to-man coverage, player-to-player coverage. Some coaches prefer. Sydney Dumas just spinning and slashing into the offensive zone. Was taken down. Ball goes over the net. And Sydney Dumas is going to have a chance straight away for the free position opportunity. Dumas has scored multiple in this one already. A chance to get Lynchburg back in front from straight away. Averett defender left early. That was Kat J, I think, that just got a little head start. And now Jay will back off a little bit. Sydney Dumas will get to try the free position chance again. Dumas sprinting in, shot denied. Another save from Kaylee Joblin. She is just incredible with the big net back there, the big basket in front of the net. Kaylee Joblin, outstanding stuff. Watch out for Kat J. Turn and burn. Now she'll have to check up a little bit. Might have run out of gas there. She got close to the net. 8 minutes left to play in the third. Good save right there. Outstanding save. Patricia Rogers. Bornholt in a little bit of trouble. Double teamed. She'll go back to the goalie. And now back to Bornholt. Meredith Bornholt, 5'11" sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio. Swings a long pass up to Tori King, who catches and heads the other direction. Tori King still with some speed, looking around. Now passes right side. Aladaniel will get it in the middle. Aladaniel will sort of take the air out of the play here as Lynchburg looks over the defense. Checking the chessboard here against this Cougar squad that is really so outstanding defensively. Not just because of Kaylee Joblin in goal, but, man, it really starts there with her. Got to have a lot of confidence as a Cougar defender knowing that she's going to take away so many opportunities. You don't have to be perfect as a defender with Kaylee Joblin back there. Good pass in front, turn, shoot. Joblin got a piece of another one, deflected. Lynchburg will keep the possession, though. I think that was Reagan Bednar over there. Now for Sydney Dumas. Left slot, good pass to the middle. Dumped to the deck by a couple Averett defenders. Will be number 31, McKenna Steinow, freshman from Annapolis, going to get a chance from straight away to try to beat the outstanding Joblin, and she does. Went low to the left side. Joblin unable to get the stick down in time. Great direction there from McKenna Steinow. First goal of the game for her. And Lynchburg back in front, 9-8. It's been back and forth lacrosse here in the third. We were tied at halftime. Nice one there. Perfect placement to get it by the stick and the foot of Joblin. 9-8, Lynchburg leads. 6:37 left to play in the third period. Sub coming in for the Hornets appears to be number 12, Neely Morris. Out for a break, Peyton Seville. What an afternoon of lacrosse. And I'm telling you, we've got another game here. Lynchburg men's team taking on CNU. 7 p.m. start time for that one. And the wind should be less by then, fans, if you need any other reasons to get out here. Lynchburg controls the draw. Tori King. They'll get it behind the net here and start the offensive approach. 6:20 left to play in the third. See how much pressure the Cougars defense provides. They're going to need some here, as it was another shot by McKenna Steinow. Getting active in the third period. Sydney Dumas now trying to get around a defender. Fires in. Sydney Dumas with another one. Believe it's her third. Lynchburg out to a 2-goal lead now. Some separation for the Hornets. 10-8. Sydney Dumas with the congrats. She'll get the stick back. We'll get a nice look at it here. Fakes there. Now turns around. Gets to that side. Right-handed shooter. And she gets one into the net. Another one into the net for Sydney Dumas. Lynchburg's leading scorer this season. The freshman now has totaled 24 goals this year. And interestingly enough, in this game last season, Lynchburg did beat Averett 16-8 last year. It was Leah Dumas, Sydney's sister, that had 5 points in Lynchburg's win last year over Averett. Peyton Seville scored in that game last year. Peasley had 4 goals for Averett last year in the 16-8 loss over Lynchburg. I think that was the opening game of the season last season in 2022 for both these squads. But the future is now. It's 2023, and the freshman Sydney Dumas has 3 goals. Lynchburg with a 2-goal lead. And the ball now. Hornets continue to dominate the possession. Too many turnovers for Averett coach Aaron Murphy's liking. I have to feel like, you got to feel like that's going to be mentioned in the post-game huddle or on the bus ride back to Danville in this one. Averett has given up the ball too many times, and Lynchburg has been able to take advantage some of the time. Not every time, though, thanks to this outstanding defense from Averett. Alla Daniel, full speed. Another save by Kaylee Joblin. Daniel with a good look there. Lynchburg, really, I can't say enough. They've gotten some quality possessions. It's not just rip and fire from anywhere, try to get one close. I mean, these are shots on goal for Lynchburg here. The percentage of shots on goal to total shots is really good right now for Lynchburg. They've got 22 shots on goal. Compare that to 30 total. So that tells you a lot of the story right there about how good Kaylee Joblin has been. 10-8, Lynchburg does lead by 2. Cougars trying to claw back into it. They lose it briefly on the far left sideline. Official blew a whistle, and now will stop play. I think we'll have a reset with 4:30 left to play in the third quarter. Averett going left to right in this third frame in those road yellows with the white numbers and white trim. Cougars ball with a chance. Shot is wide left off the back net. Should stay with Averett here. Or is it a penalty? Let's find out. Clock does stop with 4:11 left to play, as we'll get a fabulous replay. Our crew headed up today by the wonderful Sam Rice, who I call Sam Spielberg, because the production work and the things that he sees, the cinematography, if you will. That's the term I was looking for. Cinematography. That's a great word. We'll have to work that into every broadcast now. Whistle blows. It's going to be a foul on the Hornets here. It will stop the clock with 3:55 left to play, and probably a free position shot here for Kelsey Steckroth. Steckroth scored once already in this game. She splits the defense. Let me double check and make sure it is Steckroth, because the goal is good. And Averett is back within 1. 10-9 Lynchburg leads. It is Kelsey Steckroth, the senior from Waldorf, Maryland, has scored her second goal of the game. 3:53 left to play. What more could you want from a lacrosse game? It absolutely back and forth. As you get another great look at Steckroth. Pinpoint control there. I mean, I know teams work on that with the targets in the goal, or you'll have the big piece of furniture or whatever it is that blocks the middle of the net, so you can only shoot to the corners when you're working on your shooting. But we have seen some pinpoint accuracy offensively here today in this one from both squads. And that is another tip of the cap to both goalies as well. All 3 goalies, actually. Lynchburg has used 2. Patricia Rogers and Julia Broughton have both played some time in net for Lynchburg. It looks like our official sending some word to one of our scorers. And we'll get ready for another draw here in the middle. 10-9, Lynchburg leads by 1. And I do need to tell you, fans, to make sure that you sign up for email and text alerts. The link is at the bottom of every recap. When you watch those recaps on the Lynchburg social media, fans, and I know you do, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I watch them with you. But when you see those, there is a link to sign up for email and text alerts. And that's really important in the spring season because weather will change the schedule so much. It seems like the schedule is always changing. So you sign up for those text and email alerts. You can get updated when you get more of those recaps and highlights. So much great stuff, so much great content by folks like Sam and also the man I call our fearless leader, Tim LaDuca. They are getting ready for another big lacrosse game. And then we've got baseball tomorrow. There's so much fun stuff happening on campus in the spring. It's hard to keep it all straight, but that's why you sign up for the text alerts and the emails. Sydney Dumas offloads there in front. Lynchburg leading by 1. As we talk about text alerts, Peyton Seville Email alerts, too. Email's still a thing, people. Some people prefer the email. We're under 3 minutes to play in this third quarter. We need to get all of our funny stuff and our announcements out here because the fourth quarter, the way it's shaping up, could be an absolute barn burner. Watch out for Dumas. Got to step on the defender and then got fouled. Good speed there from Dumas. And whether it's the peripheral vision or she just senses it, she can tell when the defense is out of sorts there and makes them pay. Finds that little window, finds the gap, and Averett is forced to foul. Here comes Sydney Dumas from the left side, angling in. Missed that one there. Got dragged down again. I think Dumas wants a call. She may get a call. She goes to retrieve the stick. Some contact there with an Averett defender. Dumas is trying to shake some feeling back into what looks like the left leg. The Averett defender is now on her feet. The officials will get together and have a short conversation about that one. I don't see Dumas walking to the edge of the zone here, so not a free position for Lynchburg. Instead, it'll be Averett ball. Maybe? Yeah, we'll reset the shot clock. There you go. It is officially Averett possession as the shot clock switched from 25 over to 90, so a fresh set for the Cougars. Neither team has really come close to running that shot clock down in this one. I think Lynchburg got down to maybe 14 one possession, but it's been so rapid fire, the pace, that we really even haven't had to mention any shot clock winding down. And I'm sure, just you know how sports works, fans, now we'll see a shot clock violation at some point just because we talked about it. Turnover there. Lynchburg heads the other way. It was a foul on the Averett Cougars. Instant restart will get Lynchburg going again. And here come the Hornets on the move, on the attack. McKenna Steinow lost the ball briefly as the wind is even affecting things in the press box. It's such a strong wind that it affects things in the press box. This is going to be a free position opportunity for Lynchburg. I think it's McKenna Steinow still with it. Set and ready to go with 1:50 left in the third. There's the whistle. Steinow fires it. Hit the bar. I think it hit the post. Pretty impressive. As Steinow comes up empty on that free position opportunity. And now here come the Averett Cougars. Good change of direction from Portia Davis. Portia Davis, good movement. Dumps it over to Raven Felder. Felder, she's racing by defenders. Takes some contact there. And some of that contact will stop play. The wind is so strong that we have lost one of our shot clocks. It's blown it over. And that's a heavy piece of equipment, folks. That's not just a balloon floating around out there for senior day. It's a heavy shot clock that someone will help us pick up. And let's see if plugging it back in works. Right now there's no number on it. There's 58 seconds left on the shot clock. We see that on the other one. But we might have to reset that clock to get the number back on there, get the digits working again. And that means our fearless leader, Tim LaDuca, will have to spring into action again. This is when we should have been telling fans to sign up for the email and text alerts when we get this delay right here. But we'll try to reset things. I'm Kyle Haney, and we are broadcasting here on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. It is Saturday, April 1st, and no, this is not part of the April Fool's Day prank. It is the wind that blew over the shot clock. Hopefully, it's just going to be turn it off and turn it back on again. The number one thing when you call the help desk is, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? Has anybody gotten that one? Of course you have. But right now, it does not appear to be back on. I think the athletics staff here is so sharp at Lynchburg that we probably have a backup shot clock we can go to. We probably have an older shot clock that we can go to if necessary. The referee says don't worry about it. I'll look at the other one or keep it on the wristwatch. And we're back to play here. Lynchburg holding on to a 1-goal lead, 10-9. This was a tie game, 7-7 at halftime. Averett got out to a 5-1 advantage at the end of the first period. Free position chance coming here. I think it's Raven Felder over there on the left side for Averett. Going to confirm that for you in just a second. Ball back in play. Missed shot. There's Kat J. Kat J lost it, but Averett will continue to keep the ball team-wise. Kelsey Steckroth with it for a moment. Now back to Felder. Spins. Denied on defense. Stingy stuff there. I like that from number 10, Jenna Andrasic. Now it's a battle for it. Sticks in the air. Everybody trying to climb the ladder to get to it first. 12 seconds now left in the quarter. Lynchburg may not have enough time to get it down to the other end and get a scoring chance. Although with this long pass there, I might have to amend what I said. Yeah, Lynchburg down to 5 seconds. Buzzer beater coming maybe. Shot fired off. Wide left. And I think the quarter will come to an end there. Let's see what the official signal is from the ref. End of the third. Everybody's walking to the bench, so we're going to assume it is the end of the third quarter. And it was a doozy. We were tied 7-7 to begin, and Lynchburg now with a 1-goal lead. 10-9. Hornets on top. Do not miss the conclusion of this one. It's coming up next on LHSN. Dude. James Brown, get up off that thing.
Want to have some outdoor adventures while getting a degree at the same time? At the University of Lynchburg, we have an on-campus zip line and road. Plus, we offer adventure trips that cost less than a cup of coffee. And did I mention our beautiful scenery? We're a university for students looking for something more than just books. Welcome to your new adventure experience.
That's what you pay Tim the big bucks for, man.
This is the dough. It's wicked cute. It's always so pretty.
Every great college has a great city. For Lynchburg, we are near urban areas with lots of restaurants, shopping, and events. Plus, we are one of the top schools in the area. Come see for yourself.
The month of April has already brought us some outstanding lacrosse. Saturday, April 1, it's a 1-goal game. Lynchburg leading Averett 10-9. We were tied 7-7 at halftime. It has been a blast thus far, and I just get the feeling that we're going to have a very close finish. You just feel like it might come down to the final minute or the final shot between these two. Speaking of shots, Lynchburg statistically a lead there, 37-19. Averett, 14 saves to just 4 for Lynchburg. Other stats are fairly even. Lynchburg, 15 ground balls to 13 from Averett. Cougars do have 6 more turnovers, and really, you look at it, that might be the difference in this one. Averett has just had an inability sometimes to maintain possession and build some of those long-lasting quality possessions. Now the Cougars have maximized their chances when they get around the net, that's for sure. Free positions. Lynchburg has had 9 of them. They've scored on 3. Averett only 5, but they've scored on 3 as well. And I think we're still looking at the shot clock over here to our right. I don't think we want to zoom in on the folks working on the clock. That might put too much pressure on them. Although now that I say that, they're not going to know that we're zoomed in. So anyway, we're having the discussion. I think, again, I feel certain that there's a backup shot clock somewhere or an older one when we bought these. You hold on to the old ones when they still work for just this reason. Somebody said, hey, let's just keep this one around in case something happens with the other one. You can, I think, see the wind gusting, fans. It is the wind that caused that shot clock to tip over. And it's a day where there is a wind advisory in some places in central Virginia. It's sustained about 15 to 25 mile an hour winds, but the gusts are up in that 40 to 50 mile an hour range, and it's about the only thing spoiling a perfect first day of April. I mean, temperature-wise, it's great. We've had some sun, but it really has been a fabulous day so far to be outside. I don't know that the wind has had an impact on play too much. I mentioned maybe just with the vision causing your eyes to water a little bit, and then that wind is going to blow around any of the little dust, or I think the term is particulate matter that might be in the air that the wind blows around. We got to check with the Earth Sciences Department at Lynchburg, and we'll find out more. But what we're going to do at the moment, since we do have a break because of this shot clock delay, is we'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll have some more stats for you, more to talk about with women's lacrosse and some of the other things happening here at Lynchburg. So it's 10-9. Hornets on top of the Cougars. The fourth quarter is about to get underway from Schellenberger Field here in Lynchburg.
Be a physical therapist probably starting about halfway through college. I love the concept that exercise is medicine. You know, we're starting to discover that exercise really can remedy many of the things that we thought that only surgery or only drugs could remedy in the past. When the student comes here, it's because we believe in them, it's because we want them here, it's because we believe they'll be successful. The faculty here are devoted to their development, not only academically but also professionally. We're not so inundated with things that we don't have time to make students one of our highest priorities. We have your back. We're gonna help you through that. If you're willing to work, then we're willing to put the work into it and the effort to help you succeed.
Be ready for anything, okay?
Come on, let's go together. Together, let's go. Come on. Let's go, keep going.
There's the death trip. Straight? Yeah, yep. Yeah. Cool. Good one. All right, guys, you see the meat grinder down here? Stay in the boat. Let's go.
You that on camera? Oh, what'd you think of that? Woo!
Lynchburg is all about you, your ideas, and your goals. We've got one professor for every 10 students, so you can get all the support you need. In the classroom, in the lab, or in nature. You'll learn by putting yourself out there, and we're right there with you.
This video isn't about me. It's about the limitless possibilities that the University of Lynchburg allows me to be. An athlete, an artist, an adventurer, a writer, a believer, a human.
So a small delay for a shot clock malfunction, and it malfunctioned because it got blown over by the wind. We thought it would just be as simple as pick it back up, plug it back in, but apparently there may be some damage because of the high winds today, fans. So what we have done is moved the one functional shot clock to the middle, and you can see it right there on your screen. It's actually a great look, and it makes perfect sense, and I think the referees are going to be happy with this. And they're going to let us get the fourth quarter started. 15 more minutes of regulation lacrosse here between Averett and Lynchburg. And it's been a doozy of a ball game so far on April 1st. There is a lot going on. You can see there is a lot of wind going on as the stars and stripes just billowing out there. And it's been like that all day. Honestly, the wind has really actually picked up here in the last 15 or 20 minutes or so. I mean, we've had these strong gusts in the 30, 40, 50 mile an hour range all day, but really this wind now feels a bit more sustained. Lynchburg's going to take over. Maybe forgot which direction they were going there briefly, but now the Hornets will head left to right on your screen at Schellenberger Field. Looking to get their third win at Shelley this season. Hornets do come into the game at 2-8. That's the other thing we haven't talked about a ton. Averett is undefeated. Lynchburg looking to end the undefeated streak here this year to begin the season at 7-0 for the Averett Cougars. Congratulations to first-year head coach Aaron Murphy on an outstanding season so far. They're already 2-0 in the ODAC. Hornets in front, shot, goal. Wow. Good exchange there. Ball handling and passing all on point. Tori King delivers a 2-goal lead for Lynchburg. No wind, no shot clock, no problem there. Tori King scores it. Great setup for her. That's her third. Tori King, a hat trick. We've been running down some statistics in this one, a lot of them favoring Lynchburg. But even with that, Averett not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. Tori King gets the pass and delivers. As they continue to work on the shot clock. But we do, again, have one functional right there in the middle. Really, it's been a fun game to watch. We've seen a little bit of everything. Averett got out to the 5-1 lead. Lynchburg with a great second quarter to tie it up at 7 at halftime. And now the Hornets holding on to the 2-goal advantage. Seems like all the hard work Lynchburg has done with the ground balls and causing the turnovers is really finally starting to pay off. That's the feel that you get. And as great of a goalie as Kaylee Joblin is, Lynchburg's just gotten too many quality chances. They've got enough by her. Kaylee Joblin has double-digit saves in this game. She enters with the best goal against average in the ODAC, and you can see why. She's been incredible at times. Uh-oh, turnover here for Lynchburg, maybe. Averett hasn't quite controlled yet, but now they will. Cougars head the other direction with some speed. It was a 1-on-2 fast break for a moment. Now breaks applied, and the rest of the offensive unit will get in the picture for the Averett Cougars, who are down by 2, but certainly not out. Still got the bulk of the fourth quarter to play. 13-17 left in the third. Our functional shot clock at midfield says we've got 25 ticks left in the possession for Averett. Now the Cougars with some emphasis on that attack. Great job on the back line there. Stingy defense. That was Tori King, I think. And, of course, Meredith Bornholt always doing the hard work defensively for Lynchburg. Good chance in front, but a save there. Save and a stop for Lynchburg. And they'll head the other direction now with the 2-goal advantage. A jog up the far left sideline. Pass into the zone. Subs coming in. Neely Morris will get back in the fight for the Hornets. McKenna Stein now. Morris had it briefly. Now it's Alla Daniel. Lynchburg's going to set things up here as Daniel moves slowly from right to left. A pass to the left wing. Hornets will work it behind the net again. They've had some success with this offensive approach. Passing from behind the net to the middle. Now Sydney Dumas. She can score from any configuration, from anywhere. Ball reversal, handoff kind of a play to Alla Daniel. Starts right, goes left, split the defender, still with it. Hit the crossbar. Possession continues for Lynchburg. Good job to stay composed back there. Reagan Bednar behind the net. Sydney Dumas now. Fakes right, wants to go left. Good denial on the defensive end by the Cougars. Tough in the middle right now for Averett. You get the feeling their defensive pressure has picked up a bit. Averett down 2. Not that a 3-goal lead would be insurmountable for the Averett Cougars, but you can just tell they're switched on. They're ready for this fourth quarter. 11:15 left to play in the final frame of regulation. Bednar in front. Lost it. Takeaway here. Averett with a nice defensive possession. See if they can turn it into offense and get 1 goal closer. 11 minutes even left to play in the fourth. Lynchburg defending the net to our left. Just a 2-on-2 offensive setup there that will not go Averett's way. They lose it. Sydney Dumas at midfield. Juggled briefly, but now recaptures, and she'll sprint to the middle. Going to split defenders. Got by Kat J. Dumas still with it. Doesn't want to stop now. Gets it in. Sydney Dumas. What a run. Long haul truck in there, and then she hit the turbo button at the end of the play to score the goal. And I believe that is her 4th of the afternoon. Sydney Dumas has put Lynchburg up 3. 12-9 the advantage. Yeah, you're going to get a look at 2/3 of the run here. That was key, splitting those defenders, some separation, space, then even more. She played through some contact and just found the back of the net for the 4th time. (12-9) Lynchburg, 10:33 left to play in the 4th frame. And maybe the Hornets are going to start to pull away with it here at home. This has been hard fought in every sense of the phrase. Sydney Dumas with 4 goals, an assist in there as well. Tori King has scored 3. Also scoring for Lynchburg, Libby Kennedy, Neely Morris, Reagan Bednar, Peyton Seville, McKenna Steinow. All scoring for Lynchburg. 4 saves from Patricia Rogers. Julia Broughton has 1 save for Lynchburg. And the Hornets have it again. A chance to add on here and really maybe put this game out of reach. 10:15 left to play in the 4th quarter. Bednar had it briefly. Now it's back to Dumas, who you think might need a breather, but the way she plays the game, she could strike at any time. Peyton Seville offloads to McKenna Steinow, who has scored. Back to Peyton Seville. Jogs in. Thinks about an attack. Kind of bluffs it. Gets taken away. Here is Sydney Dumas. 4 already. Spins on 2 defenders. Now backs away. Sidearm kind of a pass to find Tori King. King got taken to the deck. And it looks like it may be a free position opportunity coming up here for Lynchburg. Actually haven't seen a free position here in a bit in this game. But we'll get one with 9:42 left to play in the 4th. Tori King ready to strike here from about a 45-degree angle coming at the Averett goal. 9:42 left, Lynchburg by 3. King will pass instead. Oh, close one there. That pinballed around and then out of play. It'll stay with Lynchburg. They'll reset things with 9:30 left. Tried to pass in front. They've had some success with that, sending a cutter to the middle and then hitting it. What another great save from Joblin. Another denial from one of the best that we have seen in a while in net there. Kaylee Joblin, that should be save number 16 for her now. And the save percentage has gone down a bit as Lynchburg has scored more, but just absolutely fascinating to watch Kaylee Joblin back there work. She is from Hopewell Junction, New York. We'll say hello to any Kaylee Joblin fans listening and watching in New York. Great performance by her. She's kept her team in it, but Averett is down 3, 12-9. And now the Cougars need to crank it back up offensively. The all-time leading scorer, Elizabeth Peasley, has 3 goals in the game, but has not scored in a while. She's gotten her career total up to 358. Elizabeth Peasley is closing in on the all-time record of 370. Peasley's going to get there, you think, by the end of the season. But another goal or 2 from her in this one would really help Averett's chances. See if they can get it to Peasley. Lynchburg's done a nice job of taking her away. You can see the coverage there. I believe that's number 17, Taylor Doherty, on Peasley right now. In the blanket coverage, denying her. They've also had multiple defenders on Peasley. Yeah, she wants to go to the middle. I think she's calling for the ball right now. She'll get it. Here's Elizabeth Peasley. Angles right, looking to fire. Off the mark. It'll stay with the Averett Cougars. Still 30 left in the clock. Shot clock, that is. 8:15 left to play in the game. Cougars maximized the chances in the first quarter. They're going to have to do that here in the fourth as well. And they've lost it. Turned it over in their offensive zone. Takeaway for Lynchburg. That was Kaylin Satterfield. Great defense. She had some help in there from Meredith Bornholt. We always call that name, number 24, defensively for Lynchburg. Just a diamond out there on the defensive side. Watch out for this. Goal! Another long run. Taylor Doherty, the freshman, into the back of the net. That was another run there for Lynchburg that started beyond midfield. It is number 17, Taylor Doherty, striking. The freshman from Salisbury, Maryland. Here you go, on the move. Cougars just never slowed her down. A good job to elevate with the jump shot and throw it in there. Lynchburg by 4, 13-9. Timeout on the field with 7:45 left to play in the fourth quarter on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
I was really attracted to Lynchburg primarily because my dad went here. He is an alum, so I kind of had that close tie of being interested in the school. And the school had what I wanted to study. I knew I wanted to help people in the area of health and wellness, so the health promotion program was definitely a program that drew me in. And from day one, I've been in love with it, and I wouldn't have chosen any different. I have never had better professors or teachers in my life, and I think here at the University of Lynchburg, the professors definitely care about their students, especially in the health promotion department. These professors want you to be educated, want you to have the experience, and just want you to feel confident going into your career path following your collegiate education. You just feel like you're cared for here and that you matter, and that no matter what, at the end of the day, you're going to be successful, and the people here really want to be here, and everyone has a purpose, and it's just a great environment to be in.
Taylor Doherty gets her second goal of the season, and it comes at a great time for Lynchburg. They up the advantage 13-9. Hornets on top by 4. And it's just fascinating, fans, because, again, this was a 5-1 Averett lead after one quarter of play. We were tied 7-7 at the end of the first half, but now Lynchburg starting to pull away. Averett's undefeated season starting to slip through their fingertips. Cougars 7-0 coming into the game, trying to spoil senior day here for Lynchburg, but right now, Lynchburg spoiling Averett's perfect season, potentially. Still time for a comeback. but you feel like Averett's going to have to really be A+ here in these last 7 minutes. Not a lot of room for error now for the Cougars. They do have an overtime win this season in that 7-0 undefeated start. So perhaps the Cougars with a flair for the dramatic, they're going to need it here. Lynchburg, you feel like they're going to have a long possession. Still 65 seconds left in the shot clock, and if the Cougars are going to stay in that packed zone defense like they are now and let Averett just work it, or let Lynchburg, work it around the perimeter, then the Hornets would be wise to use as much of that clock as they can. Daniel with a stutter step into the jog, trying to outflank the defense. Ooh, dropped the defender. Now Daniel's going to look to score, leaves it off. Great pass to the right side of the net. And then it was another save from Joblin, denying Reagan Bednar. So Lynchburg probably did want to use the clock, but when Daniel dropped the defender there with the ankle breaker, you feel like you got to try to score then. And actually pretty unselfish to then pass it off to Bednar. A lot of times as a player, when you make the great move and you lose a defender, then you have the urgency to try and score. Averett has lost it again. Said they were going to need to be A+ in the last 7 minutes, and so far not the case, other than another great save from Kaylee Joblin, I suppose. Here's Sydney Dumas now. She'll pass it left to Neely Morris, who waits for the rest of the offensive unit to get in position. 6:10 left to play. Aaron Murphy, the first-year head coach for Averett, pacing that sideline, shouting out instructions. At some point, you think there's going to need to be more pressure here from the Cougars defense. Down to 55 seconds left in this shot clock. Here's the underhand toss, ball reversal. Tori King has it. Now they'll flip it over to Sydney Dumas. They'll run the weave at the top. Daniel. She's got urgency, and she's got another goal. A low shot as Dumas curled around from left to right, hit the target again. Daniel with the goal, and Lynchburg 14-9. Daniel with the celebration there with Sydney Dumas. And now they get into the dance. And we'll get into another look at it. Daniel with the speed, and another one. Low shot to get it by Kaylee Joblin, who's been a brick wall at times, but the Hornets have found a way through. 14th goal of the game. And it's Daniel. More celebrations, and why not for the senior on senior day. A game where the decision, the verdict, has been in doubt the entire time. There's the clip of Daniel losing defenders in the dust and the wind out here at Schellenberger Field. Lynchburg's going to get another draw control, and it all amounts to fading chances for Averett. Down to 5.5 minutes left to play in the game. Lynchburg by 5. This is their biggest advantage of the contest. 14-9, Hornets on top. Looking for win number 3 of the season. It would be win number 3 at home. Hornets have put on a good show for the home fans, no doubt about that. And we're looking forward to the next one. Possibly looking forward to another Lynchburg goal here. 5:05, pass right to the doorstep, and then the delivery. McKenna Steinow doesn't knock, just kicks it in for goal number 15. Great delivery, set up there for Lynchburg. They're running the offense and converting more chances. McKenna Steinow, multiple goals for her in this one. Oh, yeah. Great delivery, and the assist, I believe, came from Libby Kennedy back there behind the net. Libby Kennedy and Reagan Bednar do a lot of their work behind the net. Very good passing. And McKenna Steinow is the beneficiary. 15-9, and now it looks like the undefeated streak for Averett is coming to a close. Unless they can just absolutely catch fire here in this last 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Looks like Lynchburg is going to get their 3rd win of the season. Draw control still in doubt now, not anymore, as they're banging and bruising near the right sideline. Tori King got beat on a little bit there, but she's okay, and she will get the offense going again. Sydney Dumas now working it behind a Libby Kennedy again. 4.5 minutes left to play. Getting the sense now that Lynchburg's just trying to put the cherry on top of what's going to be a very nice victory at Schellenberger. They'll toss over to McKenna Stein now. Just had the goal. She'll give it to Sydney Dumas. Dumas will use kind of a partial screen. Good little two-person game there with Tori King. That was a nice thread of the needle by Dumas to get it to King, but it was actually a bit too tight as Averett's defense there was taking it away. Subs running on for Lynchburg. We've seen this substitution pattern quite a bit. Jenna Andrasic in there, along with Jade Mayer. Averett with the possession in the offensive zone. If they're still holding on to comeback thoughts, it needs to happen right here. Need to get a goal on this possession. Can't waste any more. Only 3:40 left to play in the game. Here's Peasley. The all-time leading scorer will turn. Shot was partially blocked. Cougars are going to maintain the possession. They'll scramble and reset things with 45 seconds left on the shot clock. Ooh, good tight stick handling to get inside there and crouching by the defender. Lost the ball. Now Kat J picks it up for Averett. Mishandled behind the net. Cougars will have to restart it here. Raven Felder now. Felder has it straight away. Stutter step. Fakes right. Ooh. Drop to the deck. Could see that one coming. It should be a free position coming up for Raven Felder for Averett. She scored twice in this one. Has not scored in the second half, though. We were tied 7-7 at halftime. So math not my strong suit, but it amounts to an 8-2 advantage in the second half for Lynchburg. And a save there for the Hornets. Good takeaway to just snare that one out of midair. And now Lynchburg with a scoring notion again, I think. They move quickly into the offensive zone. Peyton Seville tried to feed it to Neely Morris on the move, and that was just slightly behind her, and Averett will take over. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the game. On the ground is Rachel Rios. Rios is going to pick the stick back up and try to restart things for Averett. Just over 2 to play. Cougars are down 6. Rios is still trying to shake some feeling back in the legs. She'll hang back on defense as the Cougars do work it into the offensive area. We'll get a shot clock reset, so a fresh 90 for Averett. It is still Averett ball. Here's Raven Felder, left high slot. Bobbled briefly, but the Cougars maintain the possession. Faith Bolin, she'll work to the middle. Denied there by some good defense. Lynchburg's D has gotten a lot better as the game has gone on. Averett scored 5 in quarter number 1, and that was their highest scoring quarter. It was sturdy defense from Neely Morris, and then I think it went from sturdy to rough maybe as she stayed connected with the ball handler there, and the official blew the whistle to separate him, and the foul, restart for the Cougars, and you may have another foul coming up here as the offensive penetration continued on that one. We've actually got the sun behind the clouds now at Schellenberger. Clock down to 1:22 left to play in the ball game. Lynchburg looking to hold on for win number 3 of the season. Raven Felder in the crouch now. She scored 2 goals. She'll fire that one. Bounced into the keeper's webbing and taken away. And now Lynchburg on the move with full speed. Peyton Seville right down Broadway here. Let's see if anybody can get in her way. She'll angle to the right. Took a shot on the run. Like the thought. Under 60 to play now. It really is cherry on top time for Lynchburg. They're going to win, just a question of by how much. And who can maybe score a final goal here for Lynchburg. Mia Sullivan angling in from the right. Back to Sydney Dumas. Dumas kind of bluffed the attack. Now she slows it down. Stick handling there, looking around. Feeds it to a teammate. I think that was Libby Kennedy. Up top it goes to Neely Morris. Clock under 30 seconds now. Shot clock is off. Lynchburg is going to win it 15-9 over Averett unless they get a late goal here. Congratulations to the Lynchburg women's lacrosse team. It's going to be win number 3 on the season, and they have handed Averett their first loss of the year. Cougars go to 7-1. Tough trip back to Danville for them. Lynchburg will move to 3-6. Crowd comes alive as the horn sounds. Victory for Lynchburg on a windy day at Schellenberger. They beat Averett 15-9. Hornets move to 3-6 on the season. Lynchburg heads to Randolph this Wednesday, April 5th. Then the Hornets will hit the road up to Shenandoah on Friday. So it's busy for the women's lacrosse team, but a step in the right direction right here. Congrats to head coach Bruce Reed and his wonderful coaching staff. Hornets fell down 5-1 at the end of the first quarter, but they stormed back to get a 15-9 win over Averett. Kyle Haney, we're going to wrap up things here from the press box, and we're so glad you got to watch some of it with us on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.